All right. Hello, everyone. If anyone is watching at all, it's been a year, over a year, since I last was alive. It was a very uncomfortably eventful year. I prefer much calmer times, but um, yeah, nothing that we can't handle. Last time we left our friend Hatham Kenway infiltrating that fort over here to find out where General Braddock went. He also sabotaged a few cannons so that they don't disrupt our activities, I suppose. I don't know, I don't understand what the payoff is of sabotaging those cannons, but there we are. We were very stealthy. We met a native woman who calls herself Godzidio. Interesting fact is that this native woman character over here, or in this game, the Godzidio character, is voiced by a voice actress whose name is written identically to how they write Godzidio here. I suppose that her name is pronounced slightly differently in her native tongue because she is from the Quebec area. She's from a native tribe near Quebec. And her name is written as Kanye Tio. So, yep. Interesting thing is that she is voicing a character who bears her own name. And now we are to rejoin her. And we are also to find General Braddock. Meanwhile, we have worldwide protests against various coronavirus-related restrictions and pandemic measures. Lots of people gathering here and there. We'll see what comes of it. Generally speaking, we can talk confidently about mismanagement of the entire situation by world governments. And yeah, well, the mismanagement is more of a factual statement because we see civil unrest, hence mismanagement. Proper management does not lead to civil unrest. But here in Canada, so far, it's been very polite, peaceful. The city of Ottawa is at a very considerable standstill. People are surviving the very harshly cold weather, but they are there and they do not intend to leave. Right, let's see what we get out of our quest.
The cold, cold ground. Here, here.
Hard at work, I see.
How did you...
It is time. We've set up camp to the north. Meet me there.
He is so sure
Gentlemen.
no one could sneak up on him.
Let us away.
Oh boy.
First it was too cold. Now it's too goddamn hot.
And humid too. It's a right slump, I tell you.
To say nothing of the mosquitoes.
Let's see what Braddock expedition can tell us. Can we get of course. Of course.
Warm weather and bugs are soon to be the least of our worries.
Let's see. Options. Suppose we go to options. Nope. Nope. Where is okay, Animus database. I'm just a bit retarded, I guess. But there we are. Recent entries. Braddock expedition. Battle was part of the French and Indian War. In it, Edward Braddock's force of 1,500 British regulars and militia was decimated by a group of French-led troops half its size. Okay. This is not something we talk about much in Britain. Braddock had been sent to capture Fort Duquesne at the top of the Ohio River. His officers included a young George Washington, possibly because Washington knew the area, having surrendered at Fort Necessity the year before. Braddock's troops were about 10 miles from Fort Duquesne when they were ambushed by a group of French and indigenous fighters. Braddock's advance troops were overwhelmed and fell back into the main body of the army. His rear guard didn't hear the order to stop and kept advancing. How about I reduce the volume of my microphone a little? Is that better? I suppose yes. Okay, so the result was chaos. Almost every one of his officers was killed, with the exception of Washington. Braddock himself was fatally wounded, and Washington had him carried from the field and died 4 days later. An interesting historical note, Braddock gave his officer's sash to George Washington, asking him to preserve it. Washington did. It's still displayed at Mount Vernon. The battle is also known as Braddock's defeat, but interestingly, no one knows why. Of course, smug comment. Yeah. I suppose we are in for a little bit of...
You mean the bulldog? Huh, please, we'll be in that one's beef soon enough and on to the next.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to?
Returned to finish out his service under Braddock.
I imagine the bulldog's none too pleased after the stunt we pulled.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He has a way with words, especially when it comes to flattery. I expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms.
Which would give us a man inside.
Precisely.
Unless you've underestimated our enemy.
If I have, Charles will sense it first and make his escape. He's more clever than you think.
When this is done, I'm taking a week in New York. It's high time I went and saw the sights.
Of empty whiskey bottles and women's breeches, no doubt.
What other kinds of sights is worth seeing?
I see you've been busy.
All these men are from many different tribes, united in their desire to see Braddock sent away. The Abenaki, the Lenape, the Shawnee.
And you? Who do you stand for?
Myself.
What would you have me do?
Will you help the others to prepare? Follow. They come.
Everything all right, sir?
Just savoring the moment. No doubt, many wonder why it is we've pushed so far west. These are wild lands, as yet untamed and unsettled. But it shall not always be so. In time, our holdings will no longer suffice. And that day is closer than you think. We must ensure our people have ample room to grow and further prosper. Which means we need more land. The French understand this, and endeavor to prevent such growth. They skirt around our territory, erecting forts and forging alliances, awaiting the day they might strangle us with the noose they've built. This must not come to pass. We must sever the cord and send them back. This is why we ride. To offer them one last chance. The French will leave. Or they will die!
Now's the time to strike.
Wait. To scatter the expedition is not enough. We must ensure that Braddock falls, else he's sure to try again. I'll disguise myself as one of his own and make my way to his side. Your ambush will provide the perfect cover for me to deliver the killing blow.
Yeah. I suppose we're in for a little bit of rewriting history.
We await your signal.
Because clearly this game recommends that there are also secretive Brits participating in Braddock's defeat.
The wood's too thick.
So,
At this rate, it'll be days before we reach.
let's see what we have our optional objectives. It's kill militia without triggering open conflict.
We should follow the river instead.
Okay.
We're near 2,000 men. One scout
There,
is all they
in
need
front
to
of
know
us.
of us. And then what? Swiftness would
Yes,
serve us
yes,
better.
in front of us. Let's change our weapon. And what else? How else can we? All right, there's the fella. Okay, that stuck over there. Yes. Okay. This pile of branches. Can we get this militiaman? Cool. Alright. now...
Shoot me here, mate! Get in! Get back here! Kill them!
Yes, yes. Alright. Okay. Let's go. That went smooth. And we are to
The
go
French push
to
back, there'll be a lot of opportunity.
Braddock himself, I suppose. We are assassinating him. The story in-game lore.
You mean, sir? You are grateful to have served. General! I'll not tolerate doubt amongst those I command, nor sympathy for the enemy. I've no time for insubordination. He
Right.
paid for his treachery, as all traitors must. If we are to win this war against the French, nay, when we win this war, it will be because men like you obeyed men like me, and did so without hesitation. We must have order amongst our ranks, and a clear chain of command. Leaders and followers. Without such structure, there can be no victory. Am I understood?
Yep. That is reasonable in wartime, I guess, and in the context of the time itself. But yeah, in this game, Braddock is portrayed as a veritable terrorist.
Edward. Not so fun on the other end of the barrel, is it?
Look out!
Sir. Where are you off to, Edward?
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really know. What Braddock was like in life. Yep. Okay. It is our optional objective that we should destroy 3. Come on. Why wouldn't... It is our optional objective that we should destroy 3 carts. Oh, that was the Wilhelm scream. How interesting. Yep, that would happen. Okay, let's try again. Unfortunately. So, I'm not understanding how this triggers, this action triggers appropriately. That was the villain screen. Of course. Okay. Alright, destroy powder cards. 3 out of 3. Perfect. Okay.
I never took you for a coward, Edward.
Come on, then! Such arrogance. I always knew it would be the end of you. Is the end of you.
That's George Washington,
Don't.
huh?
Hurry before he gets away! I said go!
I don't deserve this!
No.
You're a hypocrite, Hatham!
And we are going to be true to life. Because in reality, he was killed by a shot.
Why, Hatham?
Your death opens a door. It's nothing personal. Well, maybe it is a little personal. Been a pain in my ass, after all.
But we are brothers in arms.
Once, perhaps. No longer.
Do you think I've forgotten what you did? All those innocents slaughtered, and for what? It does not engender peace to cut your way to resolution.
Wrong. Whether we applied the sword more liberally and more often, the world would be a better place than it is today.
In this instance,
I concur.
Yeah, it does not engender peace.
Farewell, Edward.
He took ring.
it's done. Now I have upheld my part of the bargain. I expect that you will honor yours.
Follow me.
No. No.
That's the same
You
place we
seem
entered.
disappointed.
I thought that I held a key that would open something here.
This room is all there is.
I expected more. What do they mean?
It tells the story of Yodzizu, who came into their world and shaped it for what life might come. She had a hard journey, fraught with great loss and peril. But she believed in her children and what they might achieve. And though she is long gone from the physical world, her eyes still watch over us. Her ears still hear our words. Her hands still guide us. And her love still gives us strength.
Of course. Love.
You have shown me great kindness, dear. Thank you. I should go.
Yeah, good. So you won't. Allegedly, Edward Braddock was killed by a gunshot from one of his own militia. So yeah, I decided that we should do the same.
Master Kenway. Did you find it then? It was not the right place. The others are waiting for you. Gentlemen, please, sit. I fear our temple was no more than a painted cave. Although it did contain precursor images and script, which means we are close.
Not close enough, it seems.
We need to redouble our efforts and expand our order and establish a permanent base here. Although the site eludes us, I am confident we will find it.
Truth. Hear, hear.
Furthermore, I believe it is time we welcome Charles into our fold. He has proven himself a loyal disciple and served unerringly since the day he came to us. He should be able to share in our knowledge and reap all the benefits that such a gift implies. Are any opposed? Very well. Charles, come, stand. Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order and all that for which we stand?
I do.
And never to share our secrets nor divulge the true nature of our work?
I do.
And to do so from now until death,
There is...
whatever the cost?
I do.
Then we welcome you into our fold, brother. Together, we will usher in the dawn of a new
There is a
world.
detail
One
here.
defined by purpose and order. Give me your hand. You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of understanding guide us.
Guide us.
Wait, what?
Yep. May the Father of Understanding guide them, I suppose.
You all saw that, right?
Wow.
Well, indeed.
The key must be the amulet Hatham took from London.
We might know what it looks like, but we're no closer to finding it. Desmond, you need to keep going.
Hey, he's your ancestor too. Why don't you hop in the Animus?
Really? That's your response? It's like dealing with a 6-year-old. What is wrong with you, Desmond?
You want to know what's wrong? I'm sick of being treated like I'm not even here. Desmond, do this. Desmond, do that. Desmond, you better figure things out because the sun is going to turn us all to ash. And I know I was really nice to you, but actually I'm just another Templar plot twist. And yes, I would like very much for you to be controlled by a magic space wizard so that you can murder me. So there's your answer. I'm sick of being a goddamn pawn. I thought it might be different with you. I mean, you're my father, but turns out you're no better than the fucking Templars.
Don't you ever equate me to those bastards again. You hear me? Everything I do, everything I have done, has been for you. Maybe I pushed a little too hard, asked a little too much, but try and remember exactly what's at stake here. You need to get it together, kid. We're running out of
Right,
time.
that was unusual. Well, I'm just going to pretend that this never happened and get back to bringing everyone up to speed on where we stand. The news isn't good. It appears this temple is powered by a collection of, well, I guess they're batteries. You found one on your way in, but there aren't any more, at least not down here.
Any idea on where we can find replacements?
not yet, so I intend to tiptoe into the Abstergo database. Now, if I can cross-reference these particular devices with their database, then maybe we'll get lucky.
See what you can do.
Obviously. Anyway, Desmond, we can either take a look around here or we can head back to the Animus.
I do want to take a look around. Yeah, our boy is freaking out because he doesn't like Templars. The lore of the game presents the Knights Templar as an order of certain people who are very adamant in establishing world order that's based on, well, control, let's say that. And he don't like them. Oh look, we have a ghost. Hello, ghost. Yep, Animus.
What are you working on?
Lots of different stuff. If you're going into the field, we need a way to keep tabs on you and stay in touch. Hacking into local security systems won't cut it.
Thanks.
For what?
I don't know. Everything. You've sacrificed a lot for me. You and Sean both. I mean, you upgraded the Animus, helped train me, pulled me out of that coma. You put all that work into the database and helped me solve Clay's puzzles. I know I haven't been the easiest person to work with, and I'm sorry for that. I just want you to know that even if I'm shitty at showing it, I appreciate everything you've done.
You really think we'll finally get some answers down here?
Maybe. Talking to the first Civ has always been a pain in the ass, though.
Imagine what it must be like for them.
What do you mean?
They've been separated from us by tens of thousands of years. A completely different language and culture. Possessed of an intelligence vastly superior to our own. We're lucky they've communicated as much as they have.
Workbench. A workbench.
You really think we'll finally get some answers down here?
Maybe. Talking to the first Civ has always been a pain in the ass, though.
Imagine what it must be like for them.
Okay.
What do you mean?
They've been separated from us by tens of thousands of years. A completely different language and culture. Possessed of an intelligence vastly superior to our own. We're lucky they've communicated as much as they have.
I spot something. Huh, we can climb. Let's see. This goes beyond the wall, but I don't see an opening. Okay, I spot a staircase. Let's go. Nowhere. Staircase leading to nowhere. Okay. There.
Yes? Just thought I'd, say hi.
You have more important things to do right now.
Jesus, Dad.
What? What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Hi, son. How are you? What have you been up to?
I know what you've been up to. Nothing. You wasted away in some shitty apartment with a pointless job, while the rest of us were out there fighting to make a difference.
You are such an asshole. Are you thinking about hitting me again? Because this time, I will hit back.
Let's just get back to work, okay?
Yeah, because that character is not very savory. Quite self-important, mean.
Would you look at that?
What is it?
If I had to guess, I would say it's a counter. And judging from the iconography, I think it's safe to say when that's emptied, the end begins.
What exactly is that? And how do we measure its emptiness? I don't see a that. That's a triangle. Looks like upstairs. Oh, that's a Neuroboros. That's a snake eating its own tail. That's cool. Cool.
Hello, Desmond. How's things?
Same old. Another day, another ancestor.
Who'd have thought you'd have a Templar in your family tree?
I think he started out as an assassin. They must have turned him.
Right you are, in fact. I've been reviewing our archives, and it appears that Haytham's father was indeed an assassin. Which means he was likely one too, at least for a little while.
What else did you find?
That fella from the opera, Reginald Birch, Grand Master of the London chapter of Templars, he and Haytham's father, a man named Edward, well, they were long-time rivals. Now, it appears Birch got his hands on Haytham at a rather young age. Worked his wiles to convince Haytham to switch sides. Wonder how he did it. I'll see if I can't dig up more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the detail. Haytham had a bracer. Oh, we can't access Animus database from this menu. I suppose one of those computers might have it.
Honest answer, please, Desmond. Do you think we're getting out of this alive?
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty tall order. If the first Civ couldn't save the world, how the hell are we supposed to swing it?
We have some time.
We have less than 2 months. They had decades and a lot more resources. And the worst part is we knew this was coming for, what, hundreds of years?
History repeats, it seems. The first Civ was so busy with their war against us, no one even noticed what was happening. We get advance warning and then fall to fighting with the Templars. Lovely.
Hopefully, whatever's behind that door will make a difference.
And if it doesn't, well, at least we tried. Back to work I go. You should consider doing the same.
Yeah, okay. Hello, ghost. Holographic person. Okay, that looks like semblance of a door at least. Those stones are very reflective. Natural minerals are rarely that, well, at least that size. They show us something.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
I approve. All for automation. Robots will save our future. Maybe. Hopefully we will be able to use them to save our future. Or improve it. Guarantee it. Give us better productivity. Okay, we can climb around. And we cannot go any further. Not this. Not that way. Right. I suppose we need to learn a different climbing skill to pass through this spring. Giant spring. What's on the bottom? How does the spring move? Lots of electricity with cables. LEDs. Ancient LEDs. Oh, okay, this is just the bottom of another staircase. We came from there. Okay. And this leads pretty much nowhere right now. Dead end, I suppose. Things that look like doors or windows or a relatively smooth surface for display, maybe. Okay, yeah, and the place that Zio showed us is clearly the place where we are right now. It is where we entered in the beginning of the game. Let's see what happens next.
All right, here goes.
Undan nizero het stanyu. Awira awa unte yard on jadagu. Toner warda nagara de. Desajera nero niha. Nekti yate huayata nekera. Azekante tajajera oni. Nekti ya otena de gari wastakwe. Agungwe da sun a wahuan nordungwe ziniot nesagodaya ogun. Zewajerda sriat dizax ne hatham. Raganero kwakwe unte zinito gwenyo. Nek zi ohando yo hawitu ya de haganerakwe. Zinuer o jokwa templar alguego tadinyaro darhox. Ne ha at getsanis. Zigatke sun arian a higun sagandanu agat gato zine sagar raskanex.
Yep. Nice touch. Native speech.
Zit one day stuff.
Onisa Jerdha.
Ya otana gwanek gwanek.
Radunagedu, te wat kirichi runyana. Runajugeru na daratu danu yagodunis.
How was? Nexi dosa izi nakahanda di yahaze.
Yeah. Dirty children and hygiene.
Hi, Sta.
Hi, Sta.
Ista.
Zaga de wasta.
I love hearing tongues.
Zazah dandi. Ha-oh, wa zazah dandi.
Så vad det då nivåerna så också och det då så jag där så hon die.
Doga nuang zede wakide.
Gundi gowana o guaho yaga gundi nagere Kaa Tony Gunas Dinio ne Okwari.
Danone radiatine kera, Renungue, Runsa Nage, Dewat Tirakawas. Wagari Huarge, di Ot Stara, Ganatanyadu, Radinagare.
Energy Tetadi. Onatahaya Yedawawe. Ana hörde det var Tkaritseruniane.
Jag går där sett du kan.
Yes, hide and seek.
Zora Gohadu. Is it as a
Aska Degani Asa Gayeri.
Gayerdi.
Aska Dewat Nyawe.
One. Interesting. Why should we be tasting? This isn't animal tracks, and we aren't about to try and figure out where the animal has been or what the animal has eaten. Oh, look, a child.
Suti so yande negiga.
Let's find clues. Clues. And we need to find all the children without making a mistake. Search zone narrow. Okay. And native music, of course. Such fun. I suppose it is very authentic, or at least somewhat authentic. Okay, our search zone hasn't narrowed. Let's see. My sister would know more about native music. She's been to native events. Okay, but how do we identify which? Item is our item. Alright, we aren't locating our playmates. For some reason, our clues aren't narrowing the search. Did we restart? Maybe there's a glitch here somewhere? Okay, there's a clue. Alright. Something, at least. This pile of branches. Okay. Now, which pile of branches should we... Are there any other clues?
Adodasi.
Okay. Did we do it? No. Okay. Let's try and reload last checkpoint. See how things can pan out. Okay. Optional objectives again. Clue. Alright. This clue. And okay. There's this here. So narrow. More clue. Okay.
Wah! Oh, akne de yung kahare te dana tayo juni jo kore akta iwes.
Okay. We don't have any assists on us to help us with the so-called eagle vision or whatever the senses called in
Magriwas
this
on
game.
nayawat ne daga jida wahtandi. Toni griwas isere ahona dasa dohage.
Okay, clue. We need to be on time. And
Ay tisere dasa dunge no gali.
and not make a mistake.
Magriwas on nayawat ne daga jida wahtandi. Toni griwas isere ahona dasa dohage.
Clues, please, clues. I see a child, but what about clues? There is something.
Oh, akne de yung kahare te dana tayo juni jo kore akta iwes.
Something else. Alright. And something else. Alright. And one last, maybe one last clue. 1 minute. Oh, there we have something. Okay. Aha. I like.
Oh, akne de yung kahare te dana tayo juni jo kore akta iwes.
Waguya that sorry.
Uniya di sa derian rafa. Ay de wezaka ne akta su anana adawat kare sirunyasi.
Yeah. Drawing sticks. Interesting point here is how these kids identified the it. When I grew up, we used nursery rhymes, and well, everyone quickly learned how to predict who is going to be the it based on which nursery rhyme you use and with whom do you start the count. Sticks are much more interesting, I think. Less predictable, at least.
Jidawat karit seruni.
Haze Hazayatewe.
Oscar, Degani, Asa, Gayerdi, Whisk, Yayak, Zada, Sadegu, Jotu, Oyerdi, Oscar you want it, Degani you want it, Asa you want it, Gayerdi you want it, Whisk you want it, Yayak you want it, Zada you want it, Sadegu you want it, Jotu you want it,
So fascinating. Okay, there are only the branch piles available to me for hiding.
What have we here?
Not nice, Mr. Doctor. Not nice, Mr. Charles. Fooling a little kid like you own the world.
You look familiar. Where have I seen you before? That wasn't very nice.
Let me go!
Listen to that. He knows English.
Small for a savage.
You're spirited too. We have questions for your elders. Only tell us where your village is, boy, and you can go.
Best do as he asks, child.
I could snap your neck, you know. A little more pressure, and pop. The sad little flame of your life extinguished. You are a nothing, a speck of dust. You and all your ilk, living in the dirt like animals, oblivious to the true ways of the world. The wiser among you recognize the shape of the future. They throw themselves at our feet and beg mercy. But not you, it seems. No. You cling desperately to your ways, too ignorant to know your folly. But I am not unkind. And so I spare you, that you may carry word to your people. Let them know the sooner we are given what we seek, the sooner you can return to your pathetic, empty lives. A fair trade, is it not?
What is your name?
Charles Lee. Why do you ask?
So I can find you.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, no, Mr. Researcher. And Mr. Charles and Mr. Doctor. Very inappropriate behavior. Complete Nazism. You go. You. Okay, the village is on fire. Yeah. Of course. Killed. People are killed. Don't lie.
Ano guadi?
Anto jänerätne.
Johto, John. Onak ti on sa dego. Onak.
Jaatsek andene.
Zodi on nago ona. Se sotstek. Radun hagedu. Onak ti on zartni gohrat zartni duhage.
Dodek.
Arsedek. Tugazun haak. Arsesege. Nekti za deri ondarak. Dinawe. Adini kwe guhage.
Ja, zadorista, da kotka. Da giriu, akenyagante.
Okay.
Ghana!
Oh, naga isse.
Yatta wa gani gon rung. Segunda gena quase wahi.
Yeah. Gotta share something. In the land where I come from, there are places like this. Hundreds of villages that used to stand and don't stand anymore. Foreign people came and killed people who lived there, set them on fire, set their homes on fire. I've been to 2 such places where the village used to stand and the village does not stand anymore. If it's a memorial that has places marked where houses stand or stood, where you could probably see there was a barn here, the remains of a house there, by maybe a few rocks arranged in a neat rectangle, which used to serve as a foundation. And people don't live there anymore. So that's not cool. And you know, this situation like that, where someone's place of living is set on fire and they leave people behind in that fire. People tend to not completely recover from that. Sometimes people never recover from that. Yeah. So that's what I just saw. And that's what I just remembered. Being at a place like this, seeing the remains of where people lived, and I'm sad about it. And that ain't cool. But I'm not opposed to putting that in a video game or a movie, a film. There are films about it. Here's a video game with a situation like that. And I think that's right that it's there. Because we need to remember at least something about events like this, and frankly, that gives us a chance at having this kind of experience be the closest to what it actually is, to the real thing. And let's keep it that way, because setting people's places on fire, setting people on fire, well, any sort of setting people on anything isn't really good. Isn't a way to treat people or yourself. So yeah, Charles the Nazi. Let's find you. Ah, we're not supposed to leave. Start mission then.
Guards, ingeni tasseraya. Oyaner mongeni wanundusse edeni rodoke tinohoda de dom domne ayogara pe oriwage. Andi jadaswane edeni sto zeraroroke. Amado enekane tota di jatka tunywe ne ayedeni ti nakwa tsari.
Okay, we can scout the area for bird nests.
Wasqueni, Yasodi de Wandorehne wahi.
Yo tenant the drowned in the Ayena.
Huh, Zezak Tinuwe yo dikunde.
We're teaching our friends to climb.
Yum Zaskats.
Nekti doni gari was tonayo tuhage. Nona skagidene, the wasagayeri ni hadi runungwe, kaa, tahunana dakwage. So nona askananage, the watna neda. Iga garhagunsu on doratu, kaa unzage ditaru. Gardune zosera aska de wanyawana hadihage. Yahtes karius the yunkia quataze.
Segun ino tumne.
Ha, nektizaha akta dahunenu haje. Dedum zohum jokna de wire. Toga yaho tena tai de wire, toga yah tai de waderio. To arena zawane.
Tukni kuhak. Wagerek the gari hunyani of near the agerato.
Tigawanio. To agux yotti nakuni. Saha gasto zeriohage diniotne oya.
Nexia tamdo era edene de negahondage.
Yata diodum zohum unka goderiander gewahi. How yungeni dogaski doga and deni gweni toya yedenewe. Ne dosa ya yedini rada ne unzage.
Waderian that serax on egiga.
Without touching the ground. Do not touch the ground.
Wahnek daxer. Zahkatstek, negandu di zaha set satstege.
Oh, help. Yes, help. Okay. Mr. Eagle. Eagles don't fly that close to people.
Ona denirata.
Zodzi one dore.
Onio ti isere zaha set satstege doga ya chasadatrege.
Nekti ohna yawane doga antjada ne donogihie.
Doga oya wat ti nakunyanyo akta satka zera.
Alright. We can climb. A rock. We are Magnus Midpo. We're bouldering. Such a happy accident.
Nahoda, wa gatni guhruni.
Yatte wa kwenyo agwego yangeni haraunge. Ga ga der harde zinora agwego a seroroge. But the ga isere yat the gaeri zinigo yangeni. Tones for hardige.
Find more feathers. Okay. Let's go find more feathers. Here is more feathers. Collect feathers in Kanyemke. Alright. Was there a lookout that I saw? Yes, I saw a lookout on the minimap. Let's see if we can reach it. Hey, that's not what I meant. I wanted you to grab the branch. So you didn't. Alright. Get up, maybe? Are we supposed to get up? How do we get higher? Upper? Okay. No. Alright. Aha. We can go this way. Fantastic. I suppose. Not entirely clear yet. How? Oh, this. And how do we get there? Oh. I'm loving that native music over here. I cannot vouch for its complete authenticity, but it sounds amazing. Let's see if we can climb this boulder. Come on, come on. Pretend you're Magnus. Pretend. That man can scale anything. it seems. And oh, we're supposed to go on top of this tree. Let's try. Alright. And now... oh, on the branch. Okay. Yeah, we don't go beyond this, but we found a a feather. That's what it is, a feather. That's fantastic. Okay, but how to get it? Okay, no get it. So we need a third feather. Okay, no. Just don't. Oh, there we have. You. Okay. Oh boy. That's not how things work out between wildcats and people. No. Mountain lion is a very dangerous adversary for a person, whether they are armed with what's it, a stone hatchet or not. How do we get down now? That's the real question. Was it there? We can get here. Alrighty. Now get here. And down, down, down we go. Perfect. Now that over here. Great. And our feather. This. Okay. We need a broken branches to get up. Fantastic. Okay. And we done? Come on. How nice. Hello, Mr. Friend. How are you? Start mission.
Yeah, segu de dum zom mai deni wararoro ge danu ganehum.
Meat and skins.
No wonder they got the Ratsrawiyaha. Then it does the zero zuzi wagareso.
Anguri hunya, kanadakta ezot kudina gerenyo, ton di jadora de. Dum zohun yo snore am dayo kwate. Lot kwenye se kan heya de. Kaya danoru ne giga de ham tanega. Onek tia de waderi ho kwenyas tage ne sa oyera.
The rabbit is a gift. I can agree. Hunting is a very important source of sustenance.
Toganze sadowate, and the wadu negene gario, tano yamwa doratserayan dane.
Agua next is in what it's a nilo.
Jojerato onektian setari dinume gujatarorox negundirio. Dio sumagaro de, the watskan hunkwa, the gahnegi rata. Zezak ne hatspui, mwasti de hum tanega ga iwesque.
And we must select fantastic.
Hauki oya dijat karhara.
A snare.
Ganto zat karhara.
Ganganiot.
Yuyanere. How jade nyanda ne zaha gario dawana ye deniena, tini gariwe sugenir hare.
Okay. I like them, those characters there. And what are we doing? Track a deer in the area. Okay, let's track a deer in the area. Oh, there we have it. Berry bush, I suppose.
Oh, it was. The Destinius is a honor.
Yeah, Kayangire Danugahure Aunaya Anga Daksa de Neganehu. Negigas Kayada Gesnusage Angats de Ziangena. Onaktis kena sun a ange. Toga oskenundu ayungeniga amadego. Takwaderoro.
Yeah, I don't think that's a realistic expectation. Deer have excellent sense. Fantastic reflexes. Yeah. Bait, huh? If the deer smelled bait, dry crumbs, from the look of it, from that far, you would definitely smell the person.
Ona denirora ke dinohoda deodon zohun. Onze jatka zera neyunt karharakwa. Tim jadun zoni segu, nekti yatte zugini nakto de. Onekti de deni zaru ajadora de. Toga idenere ya dair de nokta.
Yatte wag der yon dare.
Skunye takwa, tazada de tak, nize.
Ooh. It's a pleasant turn of story that we taught our friend to hunt. Normally, adolescent people make fun when others lack the skill or the fitness that they themselves possess. But maybe the culture is different. Oh, bugger. Okay, so what are our optional objectives? More than one type of animal. We need 3 different types of animal. Okay, so far we've located a rabbit, a deer, and a fox. So we have our 3. Combine bait and a snare to catch an animal, and air assassinate 2 animals. Let's go. A bait and a snare. Air assassinate. Air assassinate means we need to jump on them from above. Let's see how we do that. And the fox chased the rabbit. Alrighty. We can camp out in the branches, I guess. See if any animals come our way. What if we use bait? That's possible, I guess. Okay. People are walking. Right. Let's do this. Air assassinate. That's one. Fox pelt. And more air assassinate. We need 2. Come on. Is there anyone? There we go. Another fox. Cool, cool. Now we need bait and snare. So how do we do that? We, I guess, just place a snare anywhere and bait it. The hare ate some flowers here. Snare. Okay, Mr. Hare. And a bait and snare. Bait and the snare. I suppose we just plop down the snare anywhere. And bait it. Okay. Let's see what arrives. So yeah, hunting. I know people who hunt as a diversion. No, no. Okay, it destroyed our snare. Let's try again. Or maybe even just leave the area entirely. Need to still locate a hare. Yeah, hunting for diversion. It's normally called a sport. But honestly, I don't find that particularly. I don't find that idea diverting or sporty. We're we're killing things. And now the well, we didn't make them live, and we're killing them. And as a predatory behavior, that's completely normal between living things to eat one another for sustenance. Why should humans be exempt from this is not entirely clear. So, yeah, hunting for food. And, yep, um, I have perused game before as sustenance. Let's bait it here and then go away. Okay. Yes, for sustenance, but fun. No, not my idea of fun. See? Bait and snare. There we go. Bait and snare. Okay. And now yeah, so people, hunting is okay. Everyone does it. I mean, in overall scheme of things, all animals do it. But eat everything you've hunted. Cool. Let's find our friend. Yeah, so normally people, adolescents, make fun, mock others who do not possess their skill or properties, but our characters here didn't. And maybe this is how other cultures behave. I grew up in... Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's leave. Cool. Yeah, maybe natives don't have this tradition of having children mock one another. Us Europeans grow up in relatively mean childhood environment.
Was geht nyagate? Nyawa.
Amze jahtandi ona. Ayaw siro najak ge hodi ni guhrayanda ne tinojera yah ezo de tiena.
Nektiato deot.
Oh niot.
Rat dukhawa hageri hunya.
Good teacher. Fun. I like this dynamic.
Agaderian dare dizardi hoye was onojera dia garha gunchedeweta. Onojera dia deatia jatara nire ne oya ganyoke haga ziwaderio. Uma wasundade donzaderi hua zeraguase. Yohunjanorunge yungwadena dayan danune amha ajungwaderi wayani ne Ayetia se Dani sege unjunhuza.
Arahaja zidogane gando ayetiri hune yukiswas saha odisa staserayanda ne.
Yungwadora zine to na yedewayer hage. Yungwayat dodar he un zinogayera ne deetiswa neda. Danu ne dogat to no dewayere yot deru ayungwajonha se.
Onujera zitoni yori hawana ne aidawada den hodu.
Uh-huh. An apple of Eden.
Onahoda tiga. Ane?
Greetings, Guardian.
Are you a spirit?
You may think of me as such.
Where am I?
You are where you were before. If you need to ask what it is you now see, it is known as the Nexus. From here, Probabilities are calculated so that the proper path may be chosen.
What path?
Yours. Follow me.
Okay.
What have you done to me?
Selected a form familiar to your culture. It is designed to ease navigation. We have waited millennia for your arrival. You, who will bring to him the last piece, that he may open the door.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. I sense my words cause pain. But such was not my intention. You are important, child, in more ways than you will ever know. As we speak, forces gather in secret, preparing to seize control of the land. If they succeed, the sanctuary will be breached.
Avoid mid-air collisions. Cool. No more
Yours
collisions.
is a special lineage. Past, present, future. Many are connected to you. Many who have changed the world, who will change the world. So too shall you. I have called you here that you might know your duty. You must protect Sanctuary from those who would undo our work.
What sanctuary? What work?
Maintaining your current course will result in a negative outcome. Premature access will destabilize the region. Your village and its people will be destroyed.
Premature access to the place where Desmond is.
What am I to do?
You will learn of a man who will provide additional training. Seek this symbol.
That symbol?
No doubt you have many questions. Time will see them answered. For now, you must follow. Leading for later.
Ooh. Okay. That symbol was on Hatham's bracer. But Juno hates him. So this must be another man wearing this symbol. And we woke up in the middle of a meadow, where we passed out in the longhouse.
Radun hagerdun got nuwe ni satka to tiga gari wayarunitstun.
Adun hets wagena duni. What garo di rungwe daya jadatka. Ahagena dun hase onio di akande. Dan tune tiga runungwe. Easy not gahanda di tunas. Gari was siwakaderiandere. Tanu ize ki oni. Arahaja diza detni go rizu ne dosa seri wayena.
Yungar haratstune ayede wadun hunjanuna. Nexti da sheri de nise. De ot danu haje hunjage danu ya taundo ayungwa da se dunhage.
Ya ka atakitskoda tanu agader harda dene ayede wanda ne.
Wakunya dodari sigi. Owadu era osete.
Ohnu jera di desaderi huadeniani.
Aze gaya tak kweni daguri huadeni. Yaha sagiga. Ase tsaari jina hoda zessaksit kada kunekas. Tonu edakat kahtone gari huayerdonitsto. Ne egi garun guerra hawi ohjasniena zinio zizatnistaha wasagosniena.
Yama.
I missed the part where the man... So here's the thing.
Seria sadoga, nekti gets hani sudzi ezos are harde. Was sezakane gari huayronitstu, satahatsari.
Atham bore the symbol, but he didn't help his mother. His mother helped Atham. His is Raton Hagebu. Mother. So she helped Hatham. Hatham bore the symbol.
Leaving home was harder than I thought. I expected the journey would fill me with a sort of pride, a sense of accomplishment. But whatever it was that carried me away from home soon fled, replaced by questions, and no small amount of doubt. Had I been too hasty? Had I made a mistake? The others in the village, they thought this was something I wanted, something I chose to do. But it never felt that way to me. No. It was not a choice. It was an obligation. Because if not me, then who?
Okay. Cougar. Mountain lion. Oh, there's something below. Oh! No. Nope. Just stepped off that cliff like a complete wowzer.
If you're looking for the hunting cabin, you're almost there. Over there.
Hey, person. New England Hunting Society. Alright. And did I just what, dive? Is it even deep enough to dive? I guess I'm not finding that goblet that appeared on the map. But yeah, so we are to find a man who helped our mother, who carries this symbol. So that means that there's another man. Of course, I did play this game and I know that there is another man, but I missed the part where that other man helped our father. No, helped our mother. Okay. That's a person who is not wearing a red coat and is also patrolling. Patrolling a meadow on the cliffside for no reason. Guarding an empty space is very productive for a person with a rifle. A very appropriate thing to do. So yeah, not sure about this entire plot exposition.
Get out of the way!
After him!
Okay, and the guy is being chased. And now they're riding side by side. But they're chasing him, but they're calmly riding by his side. That's cool. Birds. Okay, so in-game mechanic, these birds, whenever they perch on something, signifies that we can jump from the something from the exact spot where they perch into a thing that will prevent us from dying when we fall a long way down. That's a game mechanic from Assassin's Creed games ever since AC1. Okay, person, don't talking person. Woods. Woods, woods. It is winter, but I wonder if I should take a walk in the woods. If the woods is even available for walking. The lockdown measures where I live right now are such that
You must be one of them native fellas from the
parks aren't readily available to people.
Iroquois tribe. Aye. You from that?
Of course not, Terry. Iroquois ain't a tribe.
Is so.
Is not. The
Is
Iroquois is
so.
a confederation.
Confederate what now?
Consider what?
Confederation, ya Tony. It's a group, an alliance. Lots of different kinds of people all united.
Right. Like I said, a tribe.
Listen, you toddy-headed twiddle-poop. There's a difference between a tribe and a confederation, and it's not my fault your skull's too thick to make sense of it.
Who you calling a twiddle poop, you crump butt scab? Hey now, this is between me and him.
Yeah, mind your business.
I think this is Irish accent. Is this Irish accent? Can anyone? Or is it Scottish? Yeah, it's probably Scottish accent. If anyone knows the nuances of various
Give it a
accents.
few days. We'll tend to the wounded, resupply, and come up with a plan. Private matters being discussed here. Best you move along.
Okay. Two people who look suspiciously similar to those guys who were chasing another person. Let's see. We are arrived somewhere at a house.
What? I was told you could train me.
No. Go away.
I'm not leaving!
And we met a very jaded fellow. Fellow who doesn't like meeting new people or the word train. Achilles Davenport. You may not think it to look at him how. You may not think it to look at him how. Okay, I'm not familiar with this turn of phrase, but what do I know? I can English very good. But this man was once the mentor of a powerful branch of the assassins, the Colonial Brotherhood. Achilles' life before he was an assassin isn't well documented. It seems that most of the records were destroyed when the Templars nearly wiped out the order in 1763. From what I do have, Achilles was recruited in the mid-1730s and became a mentor in 1746. He had a gift for both recruitment and organization. So before long, he was head of a crew of assassins that spanned the colonies and much of the frontier. Achilles strengthened the ties between the order and the nations of the Iroquois Confederacy, particularly the Kanyen-Kehaka. Though as far as our records show, Connor is the first Native American to actually become an assassin. Okay, so Connor and become. Spoilers inside the game for the game. Connor is the first native to become an assassin. I assume that Connor is us, and we become an assassin. Well, also, otherwise this game wouldn't really be...
I need a place to camp. This should do.
...called Assassin's Creed, in which every protagonist so far is an assassin. Except I think one game, but that's also kind of assassin. Sleeping without a pillow on your side. Don't try this at home, you will hurt your neck. If you are sleeping without a pillow, use your back. I know I did both. Oh, and now he's sleeping on his belly, also without a pillow. Also don't do this, you will hurt your neck. Again. And now, let's knock on the door again, shall we?
There must be another way in.
Let's...
Please, all I ask is a moment of your time.
I apologize if I've been unclear or otherwise confused you with my words. It was never my intention to mislead, so let me try to clarify. Get the hell off my land.
Coming up!
Yeah, I don't think that guy will like us coming up. But that's what we do. That's our
Just
character.
hear me out. What are you so afraid of?
Afraid? You think I'm afraid of anything? Least of all a self-important little scab like you? Or you might dream of being a hero, of riding to rescues, of saving the world. But stay this course, and the only thing you're gonna be is dead. The world's moved on, boy. Best you do too.
Well, mister, thing
I
is...
will not leave, do you hear me? I'm never leaving. Just
thing
wait,
is,
old man.
well, we are told that if we do not stay our course, our village
will not
gonna
be
be
defeated so
burned
easily.
down, and our people gonna be killed, or enslaved, or both. So better save
You
them
will
and be
train
dead.
me. You have to.
Okay.
These are square toes. This'll be easy.
That's what you said last time, and I wound up with a dead horse and a dark eye.
Who are you?
No one you need concern yourself with, little britches.
Best cut for something bad happens.
No.
Can't say we didn't warn ya. Boys, brothers! You're only making things worse.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Best ask the boss man.
Oof. That's one
You
of the
working
guys
for
who
the
was
old man,
with
then?
Aetham.
That it? Maybe this will get you talking. Thank you.
Clean this up.
A club like that is very
Then
dangerous.
I suppose we should talk.
Yeah. In Celtic culture, it is called a shillelagh. It's stick with a knot on its end most of the time. And frankly, that can easily break a skull. I'm not sure how you would survive that.
Sorry.
Not your fault. This whole place is ready to come down. Goddamn miracle it hasn't already. Anyway, who are you?
My name is Rado Hangado.
Right. Well, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Now, tell me why you're here.
I was told to seek this symbol.
Do you even know what that symbol represents? Or what it is you're asking for?
No.
And yet, here you are.
The spirit said that I am...
These spirits of yours have been harassing the assassins for centuries. Ever since Ezio uncorked the bottle. But you don't even know what an assassin is, do you? Well, best settled in then. I've got a story to tell, and it's gonna take a while to get it all out. And so, this is why the Assassins have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of the Templars. Because if they succeed, your spirit's visions will become reality.
Then I will stop them.
Oh, I have no doubt you'll try. Come on, I've something to show you.
Okay, cool.
Wasn't a joke when I said this place was coming apart.
Why don't you repair it?
What's the point? Besides, I don't have materials for the job.
So buy them.
Look at me. You think I can just march into some store, purse full of pounds, and go shopping?
Yes. Why not?
I'm so naive.
Of course, naive.
This way.
Person who grew up their entire life in the woods without shops and stores and racism and weird supremacist stuff.
But don't think you can just come in here, throw those on, and call yourself an assassin.
I did not. I would never presume...
That's all right. I know they've a certain allure.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I'll train you. Then we'll know if you've the right to wear those robes.
Thank you.
Name's Achilles.
Achilles.
Come on then. We've work to do.
Lee.
You are a speck of dust, a nothing. You and all your kind. Living in the dirt like animals, oblivious to the true ways of the world.
What do the Templars want?
What they've always wanted. Control. They see an opportunity in the colonies. A chance for new beginnings, unfettered by the chaos of the past. This is why they backed the British. Here they have a chance to illustrate the merits of their beliefs, a people in service to the principles of order and structure.
I have seen what is to come if they succeed. They have to die, don't they? All of them. Even my father.
Especially your father. He's the one holding the whole thing together.
Okay, I'm interested. How do they both know what his father looks like? Unless the boy actually saw them.
So I trained. In running, in climbing, in fighting, in falling. And for every lesson that concerned the body, there were two that concerned the mind. Language, philosophy, logic, the arts. Achilles taught most often of the assassins and Templars, their structures, origins, and purpose. Centuries of history condensed into a few short days. I told him of the men who had burned my village, of Charles Lee, and my promise to him. Achilles explained that Lee and his followers were Templars, and that they were led by none other than my own father. If I was to serve the order, these men would become my targets. So I worked harder, learned faster, but for all my progress, it was clear that I still had much to learn. My training had only just begun.
Although, I'm guessing that Dio, if she was in contact with Achilles, might have explained to him the heritage of the boy.
Evening. Good morning.
To you as well. You taking a trip?
I've decided to do something about the house, and you're going to help me. Get it?
Walking scantily dressed in the winter, just like modern people. So I suppose there's a certain way people who grew up wild are accustomed.
Sorry.
Come on.
This place is incredible. The people, the sounds and smells. I could walk these streets for days and know not even half its wonders.
I thought the same as you upon a time. These days, I much prefer the quiet of the countryside.
But there is so much life here. So many opportunities.
For a...
Okay.
Few, my boy. For a few.
That's right. For a few. Okay, walking barefoot in freezing weather.
There's a store close to here. You're to buy the items on this list. Tell them where the carriage is, and they'll see that it's loaded. Understood?
Yes.
Good. You're also going to need a new name. Your skin is fair enough that you might pass for one with Spanish or Italian blood. Better to be thought a Spaniard than a native. And both are better still than I.
That is not true.
What's true and what is aren't always the same.
What would you call me then?
Kana. Yes, that will be your name. All right then, off you go.
Honor. Yeah, that's true. What is true and what is actually. What is actually is, I guess. Is different. Right. Not interact. We instead have to arrive at the same place through a different door. Makes complete sense.
You lost?
I need the items on this list.
Will you be paying with coin or trade? Some of these things I have, some I don't. Lumber's hard to come by since my supplier up and vanished. I have the tools and pitch, though. Nails, too. So, where do you want this delivered?
Our wagon is near the State House.
Ooh. Supplies. Okay, and we have to leave by
I
a
should
specific
return to
door as
Achilles.
well. Let's see if we can catch a piece of paper. There we go. Okay, civil unrest.
Customs house to toss some quips at the lobsters.
Yeah, so very relevant nowadays.
We're going to ruffle some redback feathers.
With a whole lot of protests going around the world.
What happened?
That's what we're going to find
To
out.
King Street. We'll show
Follow
'em.
me.
Down to the customs house for a spree. Come along.
Loyalists. Colonists who sided with the British during the Revolution. They were also known as Tories, Royalists, and King's Men, and probably also by their enemies as those bloody arse-kissing ninny-hammers, among other things. Okay. While being a loyalist might seem to you like the bad guys, that's only because you know the Patriots won. It's very easy to use history to look smart, even if you were subjected to the American education system. And system is a strong word. That is true. Although maybe that isn't true, but I've grown up part of my life in Canada, and system is a very strong word for what happened at school. In fact, by some estimates, as many as 1 in 5 colonists were actively loyalists, and many more tried not to pick a side altogether. I expect the version of the story you've heard goes something like the loyalists were traitors who betrayed their fellow Americans to the British. That's a nice little fiction, since from a loyalist perspective, the opposite was true. Colonies were founded and owned by Britain. The colonists were therefore British citizens, thus rebels trying to disobey the king were the real traitors here. You're a country of traitors. Try spinning that. Cool. You'd also have to be pretty brave to be a loyalist, particularly if the people in your community were patriots. Non-loyalists were frequently dragged from their homes, beaten, burned with candles, or tarred and feathered. That's super unsavory practice, by the way. That's just in case you suffered from the delusion that the patriots always took the moral high ground. Yeah, moral high ground. Never fun to deal with. Never.
Together we can resist. Enough is enough. This is pay attention to hard way will be. Freedom will be ours! I say again, disperse. Congregating in this manner is forbidden.
We're not going anywhere, Bug.
Oi! Why did you go back to England?
No good can come of this chaos. Return to your homes, and all will be forgiven. Never!
Not until you've answered for your crimes!
You're right, cowards!
You don't scare us!
Pointing guns and unarmed!
We ain't afraid!
There. Is that my father?
Yes, which means trouble is sure to follow. I need you to tail his accomplice. This crowd is a powder keg. We can't allow him to light the fuse. But nothing. Do as I say and go.
Come on, you gosh-gutted coward! It doesn't shoot at me! Hey, Lobster! Go ahead! Fire your little gun!
You've been back from so making faces out! I just shoot fight you this way!
Boy, you there! What's all the fuss about?
Fire at the townhouse.
Okay. Cool. Person man. Suspicious man. Hail the suspicious man. Come on. Ooh. There we go.
Your plot is ended.
Not quite.
Charles.
Oh, damn you! Fire!
Oh boy. This is allegedly what happened in 2014. And I don't know when this game was released or scripted, but I guess relevant as ever. Okay, escape within the given time. Wrong. Okay. Escape within the given time. Come on. Damn it. Hurts. Hurts.
I need to find Achilles.
That's alright. Okay, we find Achilles somewhere ahead. I'm not chasing that paper right now. Any birds perching anywhere? I'm surrounded. Okay. Oh no. Someone spotted me. Immediate. There we go. Come on. So many redcoats around. Okay. Can we get... Where is Achilles? Okay, that's not that far anymore. Can we perhaps climb down? Almost. Okay.
Over here.
Hello, mister.
You're Achilles' boy. Connor, was it? I saw what happened at the townhouse. A fine mess, that.
Who are you?
Samuel Adams, at your service.
Mm-hmm.
Achilles asked me to get you out of Boston.
Explain.
The whole city's looking for you.
Oh yay, oh yay! A criminal stalks the streets, wanted in connection with the massacre at the townhouse. Citizens are advised to call the guards if they see him. £10 to whoever brings this madman.
What am I supposed to do?
You can take down these posters for a start. Return to me once you remove the others.
Take
Samuel
down those posters
Adams,
and then we'll talk.
of course. a founding father. Person who signed the Declaration of Independence. Are we to meet every one of those people in this game? That would be an interesting turn of events. Okay, not in front of the guard. Come on. Get up, get up. Alright. There we go. Okay. The guards. They shall pass. And I'll tear the poster down. Okay. Cool, cool. That's better. And here. Okay. Let's go.
Ah, Connor. There you are. I'd like you to meet Cyrus.
Is he the killer?
Peace. Cyrus is on our side, or rather, for the right price, he will be.
Have you seen this man?
Watch and learn.
Bribe.
Oh yay, oh yay! Word has reached us that the man responsible for today's shooting may have been in disguise. A wig and makeup tin were found near the scene of the crime. Witnesses describe a middle-aged gentleman of pale complexion fleeing towards the wharves, rifle in arm.
Thank you kindly, Cyrus.
Pleasure.
Come on,
Middle-aged gentleman of pale complexion.
Where are we going?
To the printer. Where do you think all those posters came from? They're made by a machine. We need to shut it down.
Middle-aged gentlemen of pale complexion normally commit their crimes in a more respectable setting.
Damn it, we're too late. They've set up a checkpoint. Come on. This way.
I can go by rooftop and meet you there.
No. Better you learn about the tunnels now.
Tunnels?
The Masons have a whole network of them under the city. They're quite useful when speed and secrecy are required.
Doggy.
Hang on.
Hey, doggy. Good person, doggy. Hey, Mr. Guy?
Let's go.
Adams. There we go. Adams, the founding father. I don't really have much history with the American Revolution, so their names would slip my mind sometimes. That's fine, I suppose. Everyone has their own weaknesses. Names of people I don't know are mine. Okay.
You're not wanted here.
Checkpoint. how do I get in there? No entering. So I suppose we climb.
Here
Hello,
we are, then.
Mr. Adams.
I'll see you inside.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Right. We have an item highlighted here. Light torch. Right. Travel.
Use your lantern to light the lamps, Connor. They'll help us find our way should we get turned around.
I wonder why they built these tunnels.
I wonder how they built these tunnels. It's not like they had metro boring machines.
Excellent. Let us move on.
Light underground railway.
Much as it pains me to say it, we must follow the rats, as they often move in the direction of an exit.
Or even light overground railway. Underground railway construction is a fascinating subject. The machines that...
Well, well. You were right. I apologize for ever doubting. No wonder Achilles has taken such an interest in you. Arse. I don't suppose lockpicking is part of your repertoire?
Interesting that a guy who grew up in the woods knows how to lockpick without logs. But I suppose Achilles would be taking him, would be teaching him because,
well done.
Yeah, like
the printer isn't far. Let us reconvene there.
He said that he trained, so Achilles might have taught him lock picking. Okay, and now we must enter the print shop. We gained a level of notoriety.
Everything you need. Get by on the front.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh. Oh, it's the
You
same
ask a
guy.
great deal of me, Sam.
I know.
That has,
but I wouldn't be here
he
if
has
it
a
wasn't
different
important,
voice.
if it wasn't vital.
Fine. Just this once, though. In the future, such things will come at a price. Resetting the type is neither quick nor easy. To say nothing of the cost should I be discovered.
I shall not forget this kindness.
Nor I.
His work will see your last little bit of notoriety erased. Come, I'll show you how to leave now that order's been restored. So, now you've had a chance to see how it all works.
Alright, reduce distance to target. Okay. Let's try running away. By climbing real high. Okay, we good? And jumping real long way down. Spinning.
Remove wanted posters, bribe town criers, or visit a printer to create your own propaganda.
This feels wrong. Why not just speak to someone and explain my innocence?
You can't be serious.
We counter one lie with another. Words on paper instantly taken as truth. And all of it without question.
They loose this beast.
So relevant.
Or have you forgotten? I merely helped you tame and turn it round.
There must be another way. Something more honest.
Well, when you find it, do let me know. But until then, we sculpt with the clay we have.
My apologies. I do not mean to sound ungrateful.
Quite all right. I was much the same at your age. You'll grow out of it.
And if I do not? If I refuse?
Here we are. Speak with the harbor master and he'll see you home.
Thank you for everything, Sam. I promise one day to repay the favor.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Like this.
As relevant as ever. Really. Really. Just impeccable. Alright, and we go to Davenport Homestead. Yep, words taken, words on paper instantly taken as truths. That's, that is exactly what happens nowadays. There are all kinds of different beliefs and loyalties. Oh my god, it's so raw. Strikes so close to home. Some old video game.
Welcome back.
You left me in Boston.
The training we've done here is all well and good, but experience is a better teacher by far.
What of my father?
Into the wind, I'm afraid.
We have to find him.
And we will, after the house has been repaired.
But he's out there plotting who knows what.
And what would you do when you found him? If you found him? You're a boy with a few months of training. He's a man, full grown, who spent decades honing his skills. If you're going to stand a chance against the Templars, you're going to need these.
Hidden blade bracer.
Go on before I change my mind.
Yeah, not really that. That effective, though a very good way to carry a pair of daggers, I suppose. Always at hand. Okay,
No,
help.
sir, please,
I
help!
like to.
He's going to die!
He? Your friend you fought? Over the meaning of Confederation?
Time. Please come!
Cool, cool. Beaver. Hi, Beaver. Alrighty.
Down there! He's just passed under the bridge!
Under the bridge. Okay. Let's go help. And we're not supposed to hit the water before we help Terry, right? Nope. Do not touch water. Are we capable of restarting from the checkpoint? Yep. Do not touch the water. Okay, I think we should go this way instead. Okay, cool. That's better. Alright. How can we reliably vault? No! No! Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, he conveniently... No. No. He conveniently stopped in the middle of the river to wait for us, but we still messed it up. I hear snarls. Okay. There. Much better. Cool. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Much better.
What this knobbend is trying to say is he's forever in your debt, sir.
Who you calling? A knob-end?
You, because you are one.
What were you doing on those logs?
One of the dangers of lumbering. We've got the camp set up a few rods off of here, as we're cutting timber. We're hoping to open a mill in the area.
There's a good place not far from the manor on the hill where I'm staying.
I like you already. We'll have a look.
Cool. Cool. So you just go ahead, invite people to settle in someone else's land.
I'll miss the peace and quiet, but we can certainly use the wood.
The manor needs a lot of work.
That and other things. Meet me at the small shack by the shoreline when you have time. There's something else you need to see.
What is it?
An asset.
An asset. Well, I guess our man Achilles was gracious enough to allow the settlement. And apparently we are allowed to recruit other settlers, improving the homestead. That's cool. It will unlock trade and resources. That's fantastic. I like it. And a snowman. And another snowman. Oh, do that. With this.
Have a good one today.
Okay, I'll have a good one today. And more snowmen. With hats. Oh, children! How nice. I like it. Snowmen with triangular hats. Fancy. Anyway, I'm just blabbing. Oh, that's, I guess, the entire point of being live and having nothing to say and still saying it. Okay, I hold E in order to vault over things. That's the second time I did it properly in a row. Hey, dog. Doggo. Doggo. Oh. Shit. Hello, ship. Where's that small cat? We're supposed to be able to jump from here. Okay, where we can just dive. I don't want to dive in ice cold water, even though it doesn't matter anything for in-game, but no. I'm going to pretend that it matters. Because honestly, yeah, don't dive into ice cold water. I know people who do. I also like some of those people who do.
I found him! He's a myth, but I have him! Keep that a secret to be sure. Just get me a ship and a crew, and we'll find out what it was he held so dear. I met him once, that captain. He was 7 feet tall if he was an inch. I tell ya, legs like tree trunks and a smithy's arms. Almost broke my hand shaking it'll know. I could feel it then.
Damn. Captain Kidd.
Go away!
Said go away, boy! Do you not speak the King's English?
Oh, I didn't see you there, old man. I'd have set my home in order if I'd known you'd be calling.
The boy's name is Connor. He's here to restore the property.
Restore? Restore? Pardon my manners. She's still the fastest in the Atlantic. Sure, she needs some attention. Minor things mostly, but with a little affection, she'll fly again.
Minor
Who is
things.
she? Who is she? Why, the Aquila boy, the ghost of the North Seas.
The boat.
A boat? She's a ship boy, and make no mistake about it. I thought you brought him here to restore order. I reckon he's the greenest thing on the frontier.
Connor, meet me back at the manor when you've finished here.
You said it requires repairs. You able?
She does need work. A ship is a she, boy. And yes, I can refit her, but I'm lacking in the proper supplies. Some quality timber would help me get started.
I can see to that. How long before she is able to sail again?
Just get me the lumber, boy. And I'll raise a crew.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure fresh timber is appropriate, but what do I know? Robert Faulkner. Let's see, Faulkner is probably the most storied member of the Assassin's Navy, though he was never formally named to a position above first mate. Faulkner was the fourth generation of his family to be a seaman. I'm glad I didn't say that out loud, but I did, and I did say it properly. But the first in his family to be recruited to work for the Assassins. He started off in the Royal Navy, but finding his career stalled due to his inability to purchase commissions, he left to work for the United Company of Merchants. Oh, interesting point here that gets raised is that in English tradition of conducting business, in order to earn money with a commission, or to, let's say, to occupy some post, such as colonel or perhaps captain in the Navy, you must purchase said commission. Yep, that's how things worked. And that's how things work in many places nowadays. In 1753, Faulkner disappears from the historical record, presumed dead, but that's because he joined the Assassins as first mate of the flagship the Aquila. Faulkner was much sought after as a mariner. Recruiting him was quite a coup for the Brotherhood. He had a reputation for having a disciplined crew and an almost uncanny knack for avoiding trouble, not to mention predicting the weather. Whether through years of experience or some other more mysterious ability, because I totally believe in those, Faulkner would know when a storm or calm patch of the sea was coming in, and could use it to his advantage. Imagine that. A natural weatherman who could accurately predict the weather. The world would never see his like again. Fine job indeed. Faulkner served on board the Aquila until it was nearly destroyed in 1768. I almost said 1968 there. Always deferring when asked to become the captain. He never gave his reasons why. However, his love for the ship was quite touching. He had it towed to its location near Boston, despite doubts that it would ever be seaworthy again. Faulkner could have gone back to the sea aboard another ship, but didn't. He stayed close to the ever-deteriorating Aquila and took to drinking, which is where Connor found him. Okay, Mr. Faulkner. Let's see. The Aquila. Don't let appearances deceive you. You're looking at the former flagship of the Assassin Navy, if perhaps a little past its prime. The Aquila was built in France in 1749 in the city of Brest. Stop. Yes, there is also a city of Brest in my own homeland. The design was incredibly innovative for its time. The ship was light, fast, and could carry a surprising amount of artillery for its size. It would be decades before there were schooners that could match the Aquila's speed. Of course, there were some disadvantages to the design, namely that the ship handling was very touchy and required an experienced crew. That meant the Aquila was underutilized until the assassins hired someone who would be able to use the ship to its full potential. Robert Faulkner. In 1754, the Aquila followed a Templar ship into a storm and was lost with all hands on board. So we wanted the Templars to think. Aha, so this is the exact ship that followed Hatham into that storm. In reality, it sustained only minor damage, was refitted, and became the assassin's secret weapon, staying out of major harbors until using its speed and element of surprise to harass ships on Templar business. The Aquila took on mythical qualities. It was whispered about in ports along the eastern seaboard as the ghost of the North Seas, a pirate vessel crewed by ghosts that could appear and disappear into a sudden fog. This reputation was due both to Faulkner's uncommon skills and the superstitious nature of most sailors, who loved the ghost story and all wanted to marry a mermaid. Eventually, the Templars cottoned on to what had happened, but it did take them more than a decade. They weren't the sharpest tools, let's say, in a box full of spoons. In 1768, the ship was caught in a trap by 3 British frigates. The Aquila was able to limp away from the battle, but ran aground in shallow water. The British left it for lost. Robert Faulkner survived the battle and had the ship towed back to a private bay near Boston, where it and Faulkner slowly deteriorated, until Connor found them both. Fine stories in the game lore. And look at that. Been online for 3 hours now. Still going. I suppose I could make an hour more. Let's see. Okay, climb up the stairs we go. There. Okay. Oh. And Achilles. That's a real big home.
There you are. I've something to show you. Come, take a look.
What is it?
A ledger. It lets us manage the homestead's dealings.
And these?
That was years ago. Before the slow fever, before the Templars, before everything collapsed. But that's all in the past. Better we focus on what's in front of us. Take up the ledger, and I'll teach you how it all works.
I suppose ledgers didn't used to be as complicated as they are nowadays. Godfrey and Terry have oak lumber available for purchase. Press enter to purchase the oak lumber. Okay, so how much? Okay, funds. Cost 8, balance 2. Okay. So I pay £8 for lumber. Aha! I have deer heart. Cool. Select the trading menu. Okay. And then what? Yes, I've selected the trading menu. And press enter. Okay. I just had to look at it for excessively long time. Oak logs can be sold to merchants through convoys. Okay. So press okay. Oak lumber. One in stock. Okay, to the store. All right. Profit 21. So we buy for 8, sell for 21. Seems fair. Not. And press space to send convoy. Okay. So here's the thing, how things actually
Time
work.
passed quickly after that. My days a blur of study, training, and work. What little free time Achilles allowed me was spent learning about the Templars, about Charles Lee and my father. I longed to confront them, to put an end to their schemes, to ensure my people would remain untroubled and free. But I knew it was too soon. That to approach them now would see me killed. All my work would be for nothing. Patience, restraint. These proved the most difficult subjects for me. But in time I mastered them as well. Days became months, months became years. And as my skills and knowledge grew, so too did I.
Yeah, how things actually work is that it takes some amount of time and resources for a person to produce any good. Let's say lumber, it takes land where wood grows and time for lumberers to fell said wood. So that time, of course, comes at an expense, and well, everything attached to it comes at an expense. So it costs the people who fell the wood some amount of resources to fell this wood. Hence, the wood costs those resources, or well, it costs that amount of resources to produce said wood. Now, when you can buy it from the lumberers, you can now deliver it to a place where there is no lumber. They don't have much choice but purchase it from someone like yourself, and delivering the lumber costs you additional resources on top of the resources that were spent producing the lumber and what you've paid to actually get it down. So delivering lumber away from the place where it's felled is more expensive than using it at the same place. So yeah. And of course, some people decide to use this dynamic to increase the amount of trade they can do with one amount of resource raising prices if they have exclusive, exclusive access to some resource, and they can peddle this resource by pretext of scarcity. They can dictate the value of this resource, or at least the cost of this resource. The value is, of course, inherent and directly connected to the use, the function of this resource. Okay. Let's talk to Mr. Faulkner here. Okay. The hard way.
Come aboard and feast your eyes, boy. No, not the left foot. Never the left foot. Horrible look. Step with your right foot first.
Mm-hmm. Hatham, we saw in one of the previous cinematics, was a lefty.
She is solid?
Aye. Weatherly and sleek. She'll fetch 12 knots in a stiff gale. Ne'er a ship from here to Singapore can outrun her on her best day. What do you say we take her out? Show you what she can do firsthand.
Where would we go?
As it happens, she still needs guns and the officers to command them. We'll launch straight away. Don't worry, lad. I'll make sure you sprout good sea legs.
Mm-hmm.
All in the mainsail! Get up the rigging! Hand over fist! Come on, men! Let's get her out where she needs to be!
Okay, let's learn the ropes. Literally, that's where the saying comes from. Although there are no ropes on a ship, there are lines, of course.
Come on, lad. No time like the present.
Put a bend on that boom sheet.
Hey, mister. You want us at the helm? That's cool.
Come on. She won't bite. You're connected to her now. Listen and feel. She's idle. If you call for half sail, the men will hop to it and she'll pick up.
Okay,
half sail.
Let's go half sail. The wind.
Your killer flies again. Do you feel it, lad? Set a course for Martha's Vineyard. We'll find our guns and officers there.
Martha's Vineyard is a very historical place in North
The
America.
firmer your hand needs to be. Enjoy this stretch of open water before we come upon those shallows. Call for full sail if you like. Bend them all, full sail.
Okay, so we use E and P. The wind is marked.
Wind looks to be
on...
shifting. Stay alert, Connor. Gusty winds can be difficult to manage. Ease her off. Slow her down to half sail.
How does he know to say ease her off? This is some very specific jargon. Gusty wind. I'm loving it.
We need more speed. We need every knot. Full sail. Now, take us through these shallows. Careful not to run up on them. The sandbars will slow us down, but the rocks will put a hole through a hull. And if you want to make a quick tack, call for half sail. She's more maneuverable then.
Yeah. Not take any damage. Oh
Mind
boy.
those other vessels.
This
Hold your
is
tack
a
to keep your
very
right of way.
trafficked place. And people singing I love C10. Oh my, how I love C10. Oh, and it displays the sail state on the bottom right as well. That's very nice. We're at half sail right now.
Rogue wind!
Come on. That's Mark.
Full sail! Loosen to full sail!
Let's go. Okay, so filled in sail is full sail and empty sail is half sail.
Cottages!
Here.
We're close!
Yeah, cottages. Boy, Martha's vineyard.
Rein her into half sail! Half sail! No sail!
Okay.
Haul everything in! Full stop, no sail!
Cool. I so like.
Oh, hello, Miss Mandy. You're looking every bit as ravishing as I remember.
That's the same woman
years, you sail
from
all the way to the
Boston.
vineyard to pay me compliments.
We are looking for David and Richard Clutterbuck.
Nice to see you too.
Robert Faulkner. Where the hell you been?
Sorry for leaving like I did, lads, but where I was going, no one could know. You two working much?
No. Between contracts at the moment.
Well, we're looking for gunnery officers. What would you two say to working with me again?
We'd be for getting into a few more scraps.
Good show.
The Aquila is a fine vessel. We're fitting all the guns as we speak.
Looks like your friend's about to catch a beating.
Where is Charles Lee?
I don't much care for your tone, boy.
Hey, you don't want to be doing that, Biddle.
Bobby Faulkner turned to wet nursing. It's good you finally realize you're a shite sailor.
Whoa, 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 not in here, gentlemen. Better still, not at all. Bobby, take your friends and get out!
Let's go, boys. Our guns ought to be ready. Come on.
Cool. So we found Mr. Doctor, who set our village on fire.
Checking the aft sheets! On the rails! Let's flatten her out!
End of a day for a sail.
What the bloody hell was that about?
The older man is a Templar. Who was he with?
A Templar? The young buck was Nicholas Biddle. Nobody. Sails before the mast. Midshipman for the crown.
Are the guns ready?
Aye, but we won't jump in over our heads. We'll find a suitable target and show you how they work. We've fitted her with a modest...
Nicholas Biddle. was an ambitious young sailor who became one of the first captains of the Continental Navy. Biddle joined the Royal Navy in 1770, that is, but when the American Revolution started, he offered his services to the Continental Congress. So a traitor then, though it's funny how you lot don't generally see it that way. Anyway, while he was only a midshipman for the British, Congress quickly gave him command of his own ship, the Franklin. In 1776, he was offered an even better deal, command of a brand new ship named the Randolph. History is mute on the reasons behind Biddle's rise to prominence. However, I think I might be able to solve the mystery. We saw Churchill recruiting him when Connor stopped at Nantucket. Biddle eventually became a privateer for the Continental Congress, patrolling British shipping routes, harassing their ships and keeping the spoils from any he could capture. He had a reputation as an excellent captain. He divided the spoils evenly and never used corporal punishment against his crew. What a pitiful really, though I think you can see why that would be a job perk. Yeah, about that. Dividing spoils evenly and never using corporal punishment against crew. In British Navy, word has it, wasn't really looked favorably upon. It is common for ranking officers to earn 1,000 times more than sailors, and of course disregard crewmen as
amount of guns to start, but rest assured there's ample room to add more should you feel the need.
Amanda Bailey.
To half sail.
Never mind.
Looks like a British frigate with half seas over. Should do nicely for a spotted target practice. Bring around broadside, and when all guns are on target, call fire.
Okay.
Round shot for a start.
Hold and then release left mouse button to fire.
And fire!
Okay.
Well done, boy. Now, aim all guns at her bow and do as much damage as possible.
Hold until charged and release to fire. Okay.
Some old powder in there.
Good. Now give the swivel guns a turn. More precise. Hit those old powder barrels and light up the sky.
How the ship... Oh, I release it to fire. Okay. Cool, cool.
Not bad for a spud, Captain.
You are a fast learner.
Provided something interests me.
Ah. Getting a taste for the open sea, are we? We'll make a jack tar out of you yet. Now we should be getting back. The old man is like to have my hide for keeping you out so long. Bring her to half sail. All into half sail.
Return to the homestead. Nice, nice.
Gunboats are about!
Why is he shooting at us?
Half sail! Destroying property of the crown, disturbing the king's peace, take your pick.
What do we do?
Naught else but to fight back. Sink the bastard.
Use the swivels on him, Captain.
Okay. Successfully brace when attacked.
Brace!
Okay, I see, I see.
On my mark!
Fire! Headwind, they're off!
Then stop!
Oh, baby Twattle's another one. Where in the bloody hell did she come from?
There we go.
Ready up to fire! Let me
Cool. What did we get? We need to brace one. There we go. Cool.
Give me the damage report. Give me our sail! Reload those ladies! Give me all hands down!
Okay.
Fire! Damage report, officer! Down! Down!
Okay, okay.
No sail! No sail!
Alright.
Carry on, sir. Not bad for your first voyage, boy.
Now we best be getting back, or the old man will have my guts for guard.
Damn. Almost crashed into the cliff. Yeah, need more maneuverability, I guess.
I got 'em! All of 'em! You get what I need, and I'll give 'em to you. Simple. You got a ship, could find 'em all to boot.
Who is that man?
Him? Some old salt always on about letters he's got from Captain Kidd. Nonsense, really, but he doesn't hurt no one, so I'll leave him be. Talk to him if you fancy, but be warned he'll chew your ear off. Anyway, the Aquila's here for you. If you should get a pang for the open sea, we'll be waiting. Now, I implore you to head up the hill before the old man comes out of retirement just for me.
Mm-hmm.
You weeks. And not even a goodbye before you left.
Sorry.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. 3 weeks. What a voyage.
Put them on. Once upon a time, we had a ceremony on such occasions. But I don't think either of us are really the type for that. You've your tools and training, your targets and goals. And now you have your title. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Connor. '
Alright. Nice.
Welcome back, Desmond. You'll be happy to hear there's actually good news for once.
Yeah?
I've managed to locate a power source, and it's relatively close by. Up for a trip to Manhattan?
Is it safe to leave? Abstergo's gotta be looking for us.
Obviously it's not safe. Can't exactly sit around here hoping to get lucky, though, can we? We need that power source. Besides, I'm sure you can cook up some way to hide our movements.
Maybe. The Templars have access to all kinds of satellites and camera systems. We'll need to find a way to mask our digital signature. I can probably camouflage the van, too. But there's not much I can do for us.
That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm. Just wear a hood. Everything's gonna get
Local utility
solved
companies have
by a
assured the
hood.
public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
If only they knew.
What's this?
A remote-operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above.
What do you mean, above?
Base jumping.
Can you hear me? Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, reach you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera?
Mm-hmm. That's
I've
time
got
thrown.
signals. Running diagnostics. Perfect. I've got a nice strong signal.
Okay.
Just a heads up, there's no elevator access from here on out. You'll have to get up there the old-fashioned way.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna stop here. Yeah. Anyone watching, been watching, will be watching. Thanks for stopping by.